Luke P.
Shout out to Luke P. One time for the coaching.
Y'all see what Ben said about Canada and the QB coach rule? Oh, yeah.
Give me your reaction, man. And what he said, or not verbatim, but sum it up for the people. Because I'm sure I don't think everybody saw it, but yeah.
He basically said that when he was with Matt Canada, and Canada was his offensive coordinator that final season in 2021, that Canada and him didn't really have a direct line, a direct communication. Meanwhile, for every other offensive coordinator he had, that's what him and the OC did. They would be talking all the time. Basically, the offensive coordinator would act as a QB coach, and how he explained the whole quarterback QB coach dynamic is like the quarterback coach is supposed to be the guy that you're just in constant communication with on the sidelines, like the mediator between the OC and the quarterback. But here, when Ben's been here this whole time, he said he would just go right to the coordinator. They'd be in constant communication. But with Matt Canada, for whatever reason, that was not the case.
So, just so I can understand it, Matt Canada wanted Ben to go through the QB coach, correct?
Yeah, there just wasn't. Yeah. Actually, he did. Ben did say that him and Sullivan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How'd you feel about it, man?
Pretty weird. And if that's been the same case for these last 2 years with Mitch and Kenny, still weird. I think it's insane to me, actually. Like, the quarterback's supposed to be the extension of the play calling and the coordinator. Like, you should have communication. It's just crazy.
What's the QB's coach job then?
Oh, he says the mediator, but I would like to think, though, too, the coordinator's kind of on the same page with the quarterback. There's some type of relationship and communication going on, especially since Ben said he had that with all of his other coordinators. Yeah. Just makes sense to me. It just makes common sense. I guess Canada just wanted it to do it his way. I mean, is Andy Reid not in good communication with Patrick Mahomes when he's out there?
So I kind of looked at it like this. Who were Ben's coordinators and QB coaches prior to that? Todd Haley, Randy Fichtner. Randy Fichtner and
Arians.
And who was it when Randy Fichtner got the promotion at the end? Wasn't it just Randy? They just promoted him from QB's coach to OC? I don't remember who we brought.
It was we had Arians. Ben started out with Wisenhunt those first couple years. Then Arians, QB coach to OC. Haley. Fichtner. And Canada.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm not outraged at the fact that the OC just wanted him to go through the position coach, especially if they didn't have that relationship anyways. Randy Fichtner and him already had a dynamic, right? We talk about Randy with Haley and him. However that dynamic worked, it worked until it didn't work to an extent, if you think about it, right? That line of communication, Ben and Haley. Then it soured. Apparently, Ben didn't want that anymore. We transitioned to Fichtner. So when I think of the Canada situation, it's just like, all right, you brought in a dude that didn't have a dynamic with this guy. We always say this was his first experience as being offensive coordinator at the NFL level. So if it's your first go at it and you got a position coach whose job is to coach the quarterbacks, I ain't gonna fault the man for saying, hey, man, talk to your QB coach. Especially when you already know what the situation is. You kind of like in this weird limbo of this is Seven's last year. Everybody kind of knows it's Seven last year. So if you ain't want to do that dynamic with him, like, I ain't gonna fault the man for it. You got a QB coach. It wasn't like there was no coaching or no communication. It just wasn't what he was accustomed to. Now, at the end of the day, do it matter when both of them are not even here anymore? So that's my thing. It's like the timing is kind of just weird. We ain't hear this at any point beforehand, that's all.
Well, I think what he was trying to do is bring up context as to why Sullivan could work out really well with Kenny.
Yeah,
because they have a really good relationship. Yeah. And if Canada kept doing things the way he was doing them with Ben these last 2 years, that's why things just may have been off with the offense. You even heard the Deontay interview with us, remember? Yeah. He brought up that comment of saying, like, yeah, Canada, he'll call the plays, whether you like him or not. Like, you just got to go with it.
Most coordinators are like that, though.
Jerry Dulac reported that Canada wouldn't take insight from some of the assistants and whatnot, and he would
Now,
just do the game
So
plan
if
all
we're
on his own.
talking the not taking insight part, if that is valid, then yeah, that's something where you're like, hey, bro, you might want to open your mindset up a little bit more.
Well,
But
and
in
what I'm
terms
saying is,
of
especially you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, come
Deke,
on,
but Deke,
come on.
Deke,
I
you
think his
say-
insight's pretty
Deke,
valuable.
You say, come on. It's still a hierarchy in the building. So for Matt Canada, if he's the new guy, he's just simply saying, bro, you about to be gone in a year. Because at that time, we all knew that was Seven's last year in Pittsburgh.
I don't think we all knew that.
You did it. You still don't think you think he could come back tomorrow. But the team, that was the conversation. So I could just like, yo, you go fault the man. Well, I know you would fault the man. But I'm just like, is it really that deep when you still had your position coach? Both of y'all are gone. It ain't like Canada coming back here. To me, I'm just kind of like, yo, are we trying to do the whole smear campaign thing now? Is that what this is? It's like, God, dog, man. What we looking for, man? What we looking for? You had a position coach, right? Every team has a coordinator. Some teams have QB coaches. Some teams don't. If you don't want the QB coach, then fire the QB coach and have direct communication with the coordinator. But I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose even of the QB coach if we just go act like if these two guys are communicating every single day, then the whole system is flawed. This is your fireable offense and all this other stuff. It's like, you got a dude whose job is to be the QB coach, though. That was my whole thing, baby. Like, I get it, though. It's Matt Canada. I get it.
It's just more evidence of the sabotage. I mean, like, why the hell was he brought in for that season?
Like I said, if you're looking for a reason, you go find whatever reason it is, bro.
Like, that's literally insane to me. That's insane.
All right.
That's the stupidest fit of all time, bringing him in and just having him essentially run a dictatorship and not going
a
through Ben.
dictatorship.
And,
You putting a label on it.
Yeah,
put a label on it.
that could be a little bit of a hyperbole,
You put
but
a label on it.
when you add up all these comments, it's like, bro, he was just going rogue, doing everything
But
himself.
how is it rogue if by the letter of the law, coordinator comes up with play, drops it down to position coach, QB coach, running back coach, wide receiver coach, O-line? Am I missing something here?
Just doesn't make sense to me.
It's like, dude,
It just
what are we
doesn't make
talking
sense
about,
to
bro?
me.
Yeah.
Like Sean Payton, Russell Wilson,
These are
Andy
all,
Reid,
but these are
Patrick
all
Mahomes.
offensive-minded head coaches you're bringing up. Sean McDermott, he has Ken Dorsey. And Ken Dorsey was the QB coach before he was, or excuse me, now it's Joe Brady. But before he was that, it was Ken Dorsey was OC, Joe Brady was QB coach. Before that, it was who? Brian Daboll, OC, Ken Dorsey, QB coach. I'm trying to figure out why we acted as if that dynamic is not normal other places. We bring up a Sean Payton, a Andy Reid, a Sean McVay. It's like, okay, these are the one-offs. No different when we talk about defensive coaches that call their calls, right? Tomlin, Carroll. All right? That's why they, but I gotta get it, bro. Y'all, everybody had their feelings on Canada, so if you was never on that, you gonna be looking for any reason retrospectively also to get after it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I just don't think it's that deep. That's all.